there's a question about the casinos tightening slot machines, loosening slot machines, and what needs to be understood is that casinos can legally tighten machines and legally loosen the machines. And this started back when we all read about people hacking into the slot machines. From a software point of view, if you're able to well, first of all, there's no such thing as a random in this business, unless the person really doesn't understand software industry. There's no such thing as a random computer, and we go into details in the paid section just for your understanding. But computers are designed to run in a pattern. Okay. That's how they're designed, and you can't change it. So we can call it random, you can call it pseudo-random, you can feed a seed into the random. All that makes no difference, and we know that they don't make any difference because otherwise people wouldn't be able to hack into the slot machines. It's that simple. But if you don't understand the software industry, then it's massively confusing, like some kind of equation. It's pretty simple. These slot machines have a pattern, okay? And or let's say they used to have a pattern, and so people figured out this pattern, and they had a device that you could wear in your pocket. You could sit at a machine, and this device would vibrate when it's time to hit the spin button, and if you miss it, then it gives you more and more opportunities to click it. It's that simple. Okay, but to the average person, this is like the most complicated thing they ever heard. It's pretty simple, but the question is how to resolve this problem, and resolving it is not simple. Okay, again, because these slot machines have to operate based on a computer, and computers are not random. They have a pattern. If a person can read the pattern by calculating what triggers the jackpot or big hits or bonuses, all that stuff, then you basically you can hack into it. Okay, so the solution to this problem is for casinos to have the ability to control the machines as a group and individually. The only requirement is that they pay back the required percentages that they take in. So if you spend $100, over, and this part is really, it's not something you can sit on and write down in details, but they're just required to pay something like anywhere from, if it's a tribal, class 2 machines, it could be anywhere from 75%, and there's actually hardly any regulations on that, up to, I think they can go up to 98% payback of the money they take in. And that's the second problem that a lot of them are running into. Some of them are paying fines up to $10,000 a day because they're unable to control their money taken in versus money paid back. So all that problem is resolved if the casino has control over the machines. And to understand it logically, if you have let's say you get $1 million in revenues from slot machines, and let's say you're supposed to pay back $980,000 of it. Okay, so what if on a random basis, you only pay back 500,000. Now you got such a major problem. There's really no solution to it, because how in the world are you going to pay back $500,000? You know, because next month could be the same, right? So you have 500,000 on top of 500,000 on top of and at the end of the year, you might have several million that you need to pay back. And what are you going to do? You're going to have, it's just not, these machines don't pay jackpots big enough to pay back millions. So there has to be a solution to this. And the solution is simply to control the machine. So to think that they're illegal is the first problem. All that's required is that they pay back the percentage that they promise the gaming commission or the government. That's the only requirement, and that's the only requirement we have as players or general public. You know, that's all we care about, right? So it's absolutely legal, you know, and so that to answer the question a little simpler is, yes, they can easily be tightened and they can easily be loosened, and they are. It's pretty much on a daily basis, and the balances are not that complicated to see how much machine is taken in, how much is paid out, and they usually try to resolve the problem daily. They don't want to wait, because then they have to pay out huge jackpots, you know, and which is fine. But most casinos are run like a business. Okay, if you had a business and you wanted to tell people how much they're winning, would you give all the winnings to one person, or would you give it to 100 people? You know, would you give one person $1 million? You know, what if they don't want to get on your newsletter, or how many people are going to find out this person won $1 million if they want to be discreet about it, right? So that's no advertising for you. But if you took that million and divided it between 1,000 people, just imagine how many people are going to find out. You know, probably 100, 200,000 people are going to find out that these 1,000 people won thousands in jackpots. Now that's advertising. Okay, so they rather just distribute the money to as many people as possible. Give each person $1,200. Okay, and you know, as many people as possible. So that's the logical thinking behind it. If they have the control, right? That also creates a problem for you, for me as a player. And if the casino, and then there's a question, can a casino target a person? Absolutely. They have to, because that person that comes in every night and keeps winning to the casino is their suspicion. How could this person, everybody loses and this person keeps winning every night or once a week or whatever? So investigation starts. Who is this person? Why are they winning? They don't care, because the first thing you got to do is you got to stop the person. Okay, best thing to do is get them out, because investigation is not simple. You know, if they have a device, they have to go check it. You know, and they can get into legal trouble. So just stop the person. But is it illegal to stop a person? Absolutely not, because that person could be a hacker, and they're hacking into your money and my money, not casino's money. That's where people make the mistake. So it's 100% legal for them to stop a person that keeps winning. Okay. And then if there's a social or whatever ethical question, again, why should one person come in and just win everybody else's winnings? You know, if they come in once a month, I think casinos can overlook that. So if you are an advantage player, you know how to work these slot machines, I suggest making the rounds. Don't go to the same casino all the time. Let them forget what you look like and change your looks. Wear a hat, sunglasses, whatever. And again, this is not something that you're doing, strange, You're actually playing along with the casino. If there's a board meeting and they say, how come this person keeps coming in here, and you let them take the money that belongs to other people? They should be distributed between, hundreds of people. Why are you doing that? I might ask the slot director. He says, because we can't tell who this person is. One day he looks like this, next day he looks like that. He has all these looks. And they take photographs. Yes, there's surveillance. Surveillance is not just tables. Okay, they have to make sure no one steals your jacket. They want to make sure there's been arrests, different parts of the country. And everything we're saying here is not 100% of all casinos. There are some casinos there that are not doing this, but I would say majority are. But there's been arrests in different parts of the country where someone went and picked up a ticket for 5 cents, not even 50 cents. I'm talking about 5 cents, and that person went to jail. So how did they find out this person picked up the ticket that someone threw away? You do that, right? I mean, if you got a 5 cent ticket, you just throw it away, right? How did they find out? Simple. Camera. The camera showed this person picked up a ticket that didn't belong to them. That's actually public's money. It's not casino's money. That 5 cents belongs to the public, and you're not allowed to. So don't stop doing that. Don't pick up even when people hand me tickets. Sometimes I just put it aside. I don't want to get involved in anything. I want the camera to show that I'm not playing around with the casino. I'm not doing anything that questionable. We'll talk more about this, but this is what we have so far.